This is Gaff again, saying warm greetings. I want to thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for commenting on our YouTube channel. Please, I want you to put in more. Encourage us. We are doing all this free of charges, and we are doing it to improve lifestyle. It's a mandate that we must share all the God's given gift is giving us. We are putting a lot. Please kindly share, kindly subscribe, kindly like and comment. Today we're going to talk about the power of the air. Power of the air. What is air? Air is, this is science. Today is science. Air is the invisible gaseous mixture surrounding the earth. It's essential for life. It's composed of nitrogen, about 78%, oxygen, 21%, argon, 0.9%, carbon dioxide, 0.04%, and water vapor varies. And we'd like to also say what really constitutes air. Atmospheric pressure, Yoruba call it EV. Temperature, humidity, air quality also, clean or polluted, yes. Uses of air are very enormous. You remember in Genesis 2:7, the earth was formless, but when the Creator breathed life into it, human being, into the notion of human being, we had life. So you can see and note that air is very important to live in. So you may be wondering, what are the uses of air? It's so simple. You see, this lifestyle is to make us understand. And when you understand, you have knowledge, wisdom follows, you can impact on society better. So you see us digging deep into the origin of some of those things to make us, and when you listen very well, you impart it, it makes you appreciate why we need to preserve planet Earth, because this is the only planet we can call our own. Uses breathing. Without oxygen, no life will survive. Oxygen supply through breathing. Photosynthesis for our plants. Weather patterns. You talk about climate regulation. Without air, all these things are all just garbage. Sound transmission, it has to air. You see all the network, network frequency is power of the air. You are here 8,000 kilometers away, you can do live broadcast, video transmission, television production. As it is, we call it's a global world. It's air that makes this possible. The wind energy too, in some part of the world, is energy that used to generate power. It's air energy. Especially I mentioned Switzerland and what have you, the Netherlands. Air and existence is essential for human life. Oxygen is necessary for plants to grow. We mentioned photosynthesis initially. It supports ecosystem balance. It influences environmental health. It also vital for animal respiration. So you see, the importance of air cannot be overemphasized. The power of air is through life-giving oxygen, climate regulation, weather patterns, energy source, wind, solar, through the air too, and also purification, air filtration. Power of air is also for healing. Some people are going through some terrible situations that is air. They have to breathe in oxygen, bring in oxygen mask to help them. Therapy too, sometimes you need, when you are doing some type of surgery, you got to put people on anesthesia. It's power of air. Inspiration, creative spark, you need some air. You want to be in a seclusion, you want to be in a place where it's just lonely. Air, there's an air generating the air there. Spiritual communication, prayer, meditation, you need some You can't be in a noisy place and say you want to meditate. No. Similarly, for environmental environmental balance too, you need some type of air there. Economic benefits, renewable energy. We talk about renewable energy all the world over there. Green energy is all the part of the air. What is let's look use of air. We have good use of air to conserve energy, to reduce pollution. Very, very important. Air is so powerful. The essence, we wonder, what are we talking about air for? Is to make sure we keep what God has given us very well. I'm using this forum to say pollution must stop. We must stop polluting the air. We must also make sure we are sending the right air out. Burning of tires, some things that are pungent, there's a way you dispose of them. You don't just throw them in the air. Even also, there's a lot of things we do. This barbecue and co, yeah, that's pretty tolerable. But sometimes you see yourself of industrial concerns should not be within the city. And sometimes of pollution, sometimes of air should be buried into the soil. I'm appealing to communities, appealing to world government to do more on pollution of air. They want to do more. We need to still do more to regulate more, friendly regulations, and somewhere they need to be stamped, they will have to be stamped. We promote sustainable living. That's why we need to use good air where you control sustainable living, like making sure that within communities, within the city, there are green areas. You don't build all too much. You want to be able to generate oxygen for us to breathe in. And also support renewable energy. I've mentioned that initially. Encouraging solar energy. Some countries have so much air where we must use it. We must also plant trees. Very, very important. Some cities will tell you we are going to plant 3 million trees this year. They do it. It's possible. I belong to someone we plant. We need to plant more trees, more gardens. I want to discourage pavement. Everywhere pave. No, we shouldn't be paving. Or putting artificial grass. No, we must grow grasses, must grow plants. Like we used to do in those days. There were less diseases. Bad uses is pollution. When some things you need to bury in the ground, dispose there where you just put them, let them dry outside. No. This industrial emission too. There's a proper way of doing it. In some places, you have some machines to break down the air. So before they get into the atmosphere, they are already purified. There's deforestation. These are bad uses where you just burn bush down because you want to kill a rat or you want to get some firewood. Climate change too is a problem, and that's also because of the bad use abuse of air. We have climate change. Some places that don't have nothing to do with it, they are going through flooding. Air pollution through transportation. Your silencers are bad. You should do it well. Don't pollute the air because invariably it affects. That was the time one of top icon in Nigeria said, go to the teaching hospital. A lot of people are dying of kidney disease because of pollution of air from our generators. Because the wear and tear of the generators sent here over there to some extent developed countries is so much that they breathe it in. Because generators are supposed to be standby. They are not to be permanent structures. God help us. Waste management too. There's the need to promote proper waste management. I say God help us about air pollution is because we have legislators. They are there to promote our interest. What are they accountable? Let's make them accountable so that I can breathe in good air like we used to breathe in those days. Sometimes in those days when we go from a city to the countryside, you feel the breath. You see breath, a green air. You sleep well. That's what we still want to return back so that I can promote planet Earth to give a better legacy of good living to our children and children unborn. We'd like to suggest make some suggestions as regards sustainable good air. Let's invest in renewable energy, buy stocks and shares in renewable energy, support the motion for energy, support the move for renewable energy, use it also in your places, in your companies or your homes. Solar panels should be installed for renewable energy. Buy energy, electric cars, yes, but make sure you are certain that you have good use of, you know it very well, because we are hearing a lot about electric car, but that's going to be kind of the future, no doubt. Implement air filtration systems, encourage eco-friendly practices, support reforestation effort, plant trees, plant gardens, recycle, reuse. Yes, recycle and reuse. You don't dispose of too many into the effort. You use paper products. I highly encourage. Reduce carbon footprints. When you take away the breath of man, he returns to the dust. That's what Psalms 104, 29, 30 tells us. So we need to promote life. The air is the only thing that makes life worth living. That's a quote from an unknown person. It's the only thing that makes life worth living. The quality of the air we breathe determines the quality of life we live. The type of air we breathe determines the quality of air, determines the type. Yes. If you live near an abattoir or at incinerator, conservation, you can see it. Land conservation area, clean air. Near water body, clean air when unpolluted. But when you live where there's disposal, it's terrible. You invariably bring diseases, what will almost kill you. Already, we remember the Nagasaki, Hiroshima, what happened. We pray that doesn't happen again. So we need to preserve the planet Earth. We need to also appeal to our government. The threat of war should just not be there. We should speak peace. We should dialogue peace. Because war is not good for anybody. When we are at war, pollution of the air, carcass of people and terrible things. So I'm calling upon us to live lifestyle that promote peace and good living. Air is the source of life. And without it, we will perish. Aristotle said a long time ago. May I appeal to you? Let's make sure we use the power of the air very well. If you are thinking I'm going to talk of some other power of the air, that's not them for today. Mine is about lifestyle. In another series, we might talk about it, but today it's about lifestyle. We summarize. Let's do well for the air. That's the only thing we use to breathe in. Let's conserve it. Let's preserve it. Let's use it well. Let's not pollute it. Until I come away, air is power. Our life depends on it, and the quality of life we have depends on it. Let's keep it well. Let's maintain it well. Until I come away, it's Gav. Go and flourish. Share, like, comment. Shalom. Thank you.